Welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
So if you spent any time on social media recently, you've almost certainly come across ads for Dr. Clean Spray.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Right. It's billed as this like ultimate miracle cleaner. Good for ovens, kitchens, bathrooms, the whole house, basically.
And it uses those little concentrated tablets, right, with a reusable bottle.
Exactly. Ticks all the boxes, eco-friendly, seems powerful, and super easy.
Well, that super easy part, that's exactly what we need to dig into today.
Okay.
Our mission here is, well, to compare the slick marketing that promise against what users are actually experiencing.
Right.
And we're not just talking about whether it cleans well. We need to look at some pretty serious consumer risks here, pinpoint the big red flags for you.
Okay, let's start with the marketing then. What exactly are they promising?
Well, like you said, concentrated tablets, less plastic waste, which is good.
Yeah.
And it's meant for multiple surfaces. Kitchen, bath, oven, you name it.
And those videos, they show these incredibly grungy oven doors just wiping clean effortlessly. That's the key word they put.
Effortlessly, yeah. That's the hook. But that initial shine wears off really fast when you look at the actual user data.
How fast? What are people saying?
The feedback is, well, it's overwhelmingly negative. If you check out sites like the Better Business Bureau or Pissed Consumer, you're seeing average ratings around like 1.1 stars out of 5.
Oof. 1.1. That's really bad.
It's practically unusable territory. And
Yeah.
Trustpilot isn't much better, maybe 2.5.
Yeah.
We see comments like, does not work at all, just smears grime around, or even people saying the product just never showed up.
Never arrived.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1.1 stars is dismal, but are we sure this isn't just, a few very loud, unhappy customers? Or is it widespread?
It really seems like a consensus, and it's backed up when people actually investigate the product's performance.
How so?
People have found the tablets dissolve incredibly slowly, like really slowly. And when they finally do dissolve, the solution is consistently described as, well, basically just colored water, maybe slightly scented water.
So not exactly a heavy-duty degreaser then.
Not even close. For something like a filthy oven, the actual cleaning power seems minimal, almost negligible. It's just not doing the main job it's advertised for.
Right. So, okay, the product doesn't perform well. That's definitely disappointing. Happens sometimes with these flashy online ads, right? Impulse buys gone wrong.
Yeah, but what's really critical here, what takes it to another level, is that the problems go way beyond just poor cleaning.
What do you mean?
It digs deep into the seller's actual business practices. It almost looks like a model built around letting you down and then making it impossible to get your money back.
How so?
We're seeing reports that trying to get a return or a refund is incredibly difficult, like deliberately difficult. Or it costs a fortune, especially if you're ordering from outside the US, say Australia or the UK.
Okay, that's worse. But then it gets even more concerning, doesn't it?
It does. This is where it shifts from just a bad product to, frankly, a potential threat.
You're talking about the financial side.
Exactly. We have reports of what sources are calling criminally absurd buyer trap behavior.
Okay, what does that mean in practice?
Well, there's one specific case. A customer ordered the cleaner, right? It never even arrived.
Okay, that's bad enough.
But then, later, they noticed an extra charge attempt on their bank account for $62. An unauthorized charge.
$62 for something they never even got. Whoa.
Exactly. And if you connect the dots, this kind of thing, an unexpected unauthorized charge after initial small purchase, it smells a lot like a hidden subscription trap.
Ah, so the low price for the cleaner is just the bait.
It seems like it could be. To lure you in, get your card details, and then maybe buried in the fine print somewhere is an agreement for a much higher recurring fee.
So you didn't just waste money on a useless cleaner.
You potentially put your bank account at risk. You risked your financial security, not just a few bucks.
Okay, so let's bottom line this. What's the verdict here?
Based on everything, the terrible performance, the lack of cleaning power, and especially these serious financial risks, the unauthorized charges, this is absolutely a high-risk purchase. Stay away.
You're basically just betting on a slick video, not on any proven results or a trustworthy company.
Precisely. If you actually need to degrease something effectively, your safest bet is just stick with a well-known brand.
Yeah.
Something with a track record and verified reviews you can trust.
Right.
Makes sense.
And this whole situation really brings up a crucial point for you whenever you're shopping online, especially from social media ads.
Yeah.
Given how common misleading ads are and this specific risk of dodgy billing practices, what's the absolute most critical step you need to take before you hit that buy button? even if the ad looks amazing and the price seems great.
Hmm. That's the key question, isn't it? It's not just about whether the cleaner works.
Not at all. You have to evaluate the risk to your wallet first.
So check the fine print. Definitely check the return policy meticulously. But even more importantly, verify the seller. Look them up on independent consumer watchdog sites. See their history. See what other people are saying. Don't just trust the ad or their own website. Do it even if the price seems like a steal.
Protect your bank account first, clean your oven second.
You got it. Your financial well-being comes first.